We know when something's off.
Yeah. Oh, look at you soaking shit.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good shit.
Oh yeah. Give it a try. I haven't taken a drink.
Yeah, so. I don't mind that part. It's the drinking off your glass is what I wouldn't do.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's that Balatin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let mine dry first. Soak in there.
Soak it in.
Get into the tobacco leaf.
So how are things going over at Brother Stogie's home?
There you go, Brother Stogie's home. Everything was good until my 3-year-old cut a chunk of his fro off tonight.
What happened?
Literally an hour before.
That makes it officially 3 for 3.
3 for 3, yes. All 3 of my little fuckheads cut their hair off. 2 with clippers, 1 with clippers, 2 with scissors. You know, so I was chilling at the house, not chilling because I was working, typing, click-clacking my life away.
Right.
My old lady was right there doing my daughter's hair because she got homecoming this weekend. And so we're busy. So I guess this little turd decided he wanted to go and pull a Chucky and grab some scissors off the desk and go underneath the desk. We're in the middle of both of us. Both parental figures are right there.
He's doing it right in front of you.
Right in front of us, like a whole douchebag. Comes up, it's like, bloop, up, look at.
There it is.
I'm like, I just look at him. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
What can you do at that point?
What can I do? I popped his little ass 2 times. Said, no, it's wrong, it's bad, you suck. All right, we're going to film a video, y'all.
That's it. Damage is already done.
Nothing else you can do, you know what I'm saying? Told my old lady, hey, go to the Nike store, buy some Nike head split beds or something, cover shit up, or I'll just cut it off when it comes to cutting their hair on Sunday. So,
right.
How about yours?
Week was all right. I spent most of the week up in San Jose this week. Had an opportunity to spend some time at a very nice cigar lounge up there. It's a LG Cigar Club up in San Jose.
Okay.
And,
shout out.
Yep. And we'll talk more about that on another episode. We actually got a couple goodies from them to try out for a review, so I'm excited to give that a shot. But other than that, I mean, the week was good. I think going up north, this was definitely a good, productive visit, but it was one of those visits where by the end of the week, I came home and I'd created so much extra work for myself as a result of these visits. And so I'm definitely gonna have a busy week ahead, but all in all, can't complain.
That merch making me work hard.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here once again. My good friend, Brother Stogie. Say hello to people.
Titan face.
You have found the most interchanging,
evolving
all the time, entertaining channel on the YouTubes. You have found the
motherfucking Cigar Titan.
That's right, Brother Stogie. We got a twofer for him today.
Yes.
We're gonna do a little bit of lounge talk, followed by a cigar review. Brother Stogie, you want to talk a little bit about that?
We're doing a lounge talk and a cigar review.
You ready to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Welcome back, everybody. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, or like I said at the beginning of the episode, it kind of stole all of Brother Stogie's thunder there.
Nope.
We got a twofer.
My storm is coming.
So today, our lounge talk topic is actually going to be the top 10.
Well, top 5.
Top 5 each, right?
Top 5.
But it comes out to 10.
Yeah, well, it's kind of teen. Kind of, it's like, you know, that's a lot. It's a slide. So we'll put top 5, but from both of us. Top 5 Halloween songs.
There we
this
go.
Upcoming Halloween holiday.
That's right. We've got the Stogie Den. You know, it's starting to look a little bit like Halloween here in the Stogie Den. We've got our decorations up. I'm sure we'll have more as we get closer to Halloween. But we're also going to be doing a cigar review today, Brother Stogie.
Yeah, we are. So
yes, sir.
We are doing so. Good friend of mine reached out from Patriarch Cigar.
Yes.
So good buddy of ours, Maurice Mears, reached out to us and said,
Yes.
hey man, we appreciate the Cigar Titan. I just branched off and I made my own cigar company, Patriarch.
Yep.
I like to send y'all some cigars so y'all can do y'all honest review on.
I love it.
I said, sure. I will send y'all a Habano 5x50 and a Maduro 5x50.
Yes. We got them both.
You got the Habano,
I do.
I got the Maduro.
So we're going to be giving our reviews.
You know how we do. No bullshit. We're going to let you know if the notes suck. If it's a good cigar. If it's down to the end worthy or not, construction, criticism, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Hang in there.
So, Brother Stogie, let's talk a little bit about the makeup of this cigar. Where's it from?
Yeah, so the Habano is a San Andreas wrapper. And the Maduro is an Ecuadorian wrapper. Maduro San Andreas, Habano Ecuadorian. Backwards. Flip a bit.
Got it. Got it.
Yes, flip it. All right, so we said, sure, perfect, we got you. He didn't give no tasting notes, so of course you'll be going off the cigar type tasting notes off of our palate. Of course, if you reach out to JM Patriarch and you get some of their cigars, you might have different flavor notes come off of your own tongue and nose hair fibers. So
Yes.
don't totally judge us if we come up with some wonky shit or if you're like, well, I didn't get that. Well, mind your business, because that's what we got on ours, all right? So,
Sounds good to me. So, Brother Stogie, what are some of the initial flavors you're getting off of the cigar?
Definitely just like your typical, I won't say typical, but it's like your normal, I gotta come back to that. Because
Okay.
I'm getting like a real clean palate off of this. I'm not getting really like strong flavor notes that we usually get like robustness or any of that. So it's like, everything's kind of really faint.
Yes.
So I'm taking a couple more drags. I'll let you get if you got anything on yours. Maybe I'll come back to mine.
Okay, so actually kind of similar. So, and this, like Brother Stogie said, is the Habano. And I noticed that right off the bat, this was kind of a mild to mild medium cigar, at least as I'm getting into the first third here. Not a lot of hit you in your face type of flavors. It doesn't have like a big pepper note to it or anything. Very, very subtle, very easy to retrohale. Right now it's more of like a very light leather taste, followed by like a hay taste. I get a lot of hay off of the initial puff.
Okay, so here you go. I got it. Okay, so I got it's a very like, I'll say like a very soft soil note I get off of it.
Kind of a mineral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And off the tongue, it's like a very faint chocolate on,
Okay.
on the back of my tongue.
Okay.
There, had to get a couple of drags off into it, but those are what we got so far.
All right. Well, Brother Stogie, we're getting into lounge talk.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about some of our favorite Halloween songs. Now, this isn't the only Halloween songs out there, and I'm sure the Titan fam is going to have a field day in the comments talking about what some of their favorite Halloween songs are, but these were some of our favorite Halloween songs.
So, top five.
Top five.
What is your number 5?
So I'm gonna take it way, way back.
Are you going from like your favorite to your least favorite, or your least favorite to your most favorite?
I don't know that I arranged this list in necessarily that order. These are just the Halloween songs that initially came to mind when you and I started talking about doing this episode, and these were some of my all-time favorites. So I don't know that I have a number one all-time favorite Halloween song. These were just the ones that came to mind.
Okay.
So my first, this is actually a classic, and you may have heard this song at other points during the year, not necessarily during the month of October, but I think it has a very good Halloween/fall theme.
Okay.
And this is by none other than Frank Sinatra, and the name of the song is
'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo,
But when I think like I'm around fall time, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but the taste in music for me changes around fall time. When the weather starts to get a little cooler, starts to get a little bit more gloomy outside.
Well, definitely not playing, Will Smith, summertime.
Right,
Summertime.
exactly. I like something a little bit more slow paced and classic. And this is something that I, have fond memories of, like growing up. And then, my mom and my dad would have the 45 records that they would play, and you would listen to it on a 45 record. And there's just something about listening to it on vinyl.
Almost like a cassette thing.
No, 45 record,
Gotcha.
vinyl. So
45
you hear
in
the
diameter.
cracks and the pops and all that other stuff. Just a great classic song.
Gotcha.
What about you, Brother Stogie?
My number 5. So you said I was gonna get some shit for this one, but I'm explaining after I tell you what my number 5 is. My number 5, of course, every black man, every American, period, no matter what your race is, should love this song. If you don't, Shame on you. It's Thriller by Michael Jackson.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Why isn't this my number one? Because I'm 40 years, almost 40 years old, and I'm pretty sure every year I've said Thriller's my number one song for Halloween. Everybody's number one song. This is always played on Halloween time. So, do I get overly excited when it comes on? Nah, it's kind of a song I'll let drain in the back.
Okay.
You know, do my, you know what I'm saying? And let it go off, you know? So that's my number 5, Michael Jackson.
So,
Rest in peace, baby.
so this isn't one that you would put at the top of your list then?
No, but it's definitely a song I have to play if I'm having to gather at the house. It has to be on rotation.
I don't know anybody that can say like or have a conversation about Halloween music and not bring up Thriller.
Exactly.
That particular music video broke so many boundaries when it first came out. I think it was one of like the first music videos that came out that actually told like a story, right? It started with them going to the movie theater, you know, and then that turned into them going to the cemetery, and then that turned into them going to the abandoned house. Yeah, and by the zombies, and it's got Vincent Price in it.
For me, it was dancing. It was the dance. So once he did this little scary shit, and y'all, doing their shit.
What was that again?
And doing their shit, his eyes get all bulged out. That part right there, my favorite part of the entire music video, because. Michael Jackson did those movies with his music videos. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you're watching the whole dance scene, there's particular zombies that I always look for when I watch the video. So if y'all know, there's that zombie in the purple dress.
Yep.
She's snapping shit. She's snapping shit. Then you got the other zombie that's pop locking.
Yep.
You got the zombie pop locking. There's certain things I look for when I do watch that video that just brings me joy.
Yeah, it brings you back to being a kid.
It does.
That's what all of this is about, bringing you back to being a kid.
It brings me joy. What about number 4? What you got?
So my number 4 song kind of jumps up several decades.
Okay.
And I remember this one also when I was a kid, because this one came out August 1st, 1988. So I was about 9 years old or so at the time. I just told everybody my age, so.
I was about 3.
About 3. Right. And this was one that I would see all the time around this time of year on MTV. And this was back when MTV did Yo MTV Raps. You remember that?
And the box. Remember the box?
I remember the box. And the name of this one is Nightmare on My Street by Will Smith.
Now I have a story that I'd like to tell about this guy. You all know me as me scared as hell. He comes to me at night after I crawl into bed. He's burnt up like a weenie and his name is Fred. He wears the same hat and sweater every single day. And even if it's hot outside, he wears it anyways.
Will Smith, yes.
And this was a great song because it's obviously heavily influenced by the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. There's even a part in there where you can hear Freddy Krueger and Will Smith having a dialogue and some screaming. I think Freddy Krueger actually kills in the music video DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Okay.
Because you hear him getting killed while Will Smith is on the phone with him. So just a totally cool, creepy hip hop song, but something you've definitely got to listen to this time of year.
Still fun.
Still fun.
It's
got to be fun. If it's not fun, I don't want it.
Right?
I don't want it. Brother Stogie, what about your number 4?
So this number 4 actually does bring me joy.
Okay.
Every time I hear it. Me and my wife, we get in arguments a lot.
Just gonna put that out there.
I am. We argue a lot. But it's not domestic violence type argument. It's just shit that we just different on. I enjoy oldies.
Yes, so do I.
I enjoy my classic songs. She doesn't. If I play them, she leaves the room. You know what I'm saying? So I know if I want to get rid of her to play something old, she'll get out. You know? But this one is, well shit. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream?
You know what I'm saying? By Rockwell. every time that song comes on, I gotta sing to it.
Yeah.
It's a happy song. I thought it was Michael Jackson for the longest time.
He actually sings vocals on there.
Yes, but I thought he himself
Yes, it does sound very similar.
was Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And it wasn't. His name was Rockwell, not Michael Jackson. So I love that song.
If you've ever listened to that song, it's hard to distinguish where Michael Jackson comes in and sings vocals and Rockwell is singing.
That's probably why I've been confused for almost 40 years.
Right? But it's an awesome song. So Brother Stogie, before we get into our number 3, let's smoke through this a little bit more, and then we'll come back with an update on the second, third, and we'll drop our number 3.
No diggity.
No doubt.
I mean,
All right, Brother Stogie, so we are getting into the second, third here.
sorry.
Ah, all good.
The family.
All good. So what are your thoughts?
Not much.
Okay.
Not really getting too many flavor notes from it. It's a real cruiser stick,
It is very much a cruiser stick.
that's for sure. I was expecting a little more out of a Maduro stick. You remember at the beginning, I was like, oh, of course you will leave me with the Maduro to smoke. But I haven't gotten no Maduro-esque qualities out of this one. It's more like a real medium stick,
Yeah.
pretty much. Something like I would go make some ribs and just keep this in my mouth the entire time.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm getting off of it. No real flavor transition since the first third. Still very much the same flavor profile as I was getting off of the initial light. I will say, very much agree with what Brother Stogie was saying. It's a cruising kind of a stick or cruiser stick. It's one of those sticks you definitely would want to have if you're not really thinking about it. So if you're looking for something with a complex flavor profile, this isn't it. But if it's something you just want to chill, maybe you're just having a conversation with some buddies or you're doing the barbecue thing, you know, hanging out somewhere, this is a perfect stick for that. One recommendation I would give for the sticks is, and I don't know, because it sounds like the flavor profiles are quite similar between the Maduro and the Habano. I don't know if that was intentional or not. If it's not intentional and there should be some differences here, I would definitely identify that with different bands. Because one of the things you had mentioned right when we started, before we started lighting these up, was
Couldn't tell which one was which.
couldn't tell which one was which until we put it in the light and you were able to see the kind of variations in the color of the wrapper leaf. So maybe a different color or something to signify which one is the Habano versus which one is the Maduro. And then Brother Stogie, one of the other call outs I saw was the ash on there as well.
Yeah, so this is what a review is for. So we're going to show you. So you know, usually when you get those nice solid ashes, they're usually like straight, nice and stiff. This one is kind of flowering on me, so the ash is not as tight as we like them. However, look at it, nice band.
Yep.
Okay, nice looking stick. You can see the veins in there, so you actually got some nice actual leaves up in there. So yeah, they took their time putting the stick together. I would like to know what the binder is. The binder and filler.
Yeah, we didn't get anything on that
We
one.
can get that. He told us what the wrapper was.
Okay.
So maybe it's a little more details of what this was, or we can kind of tell you more in depth on why maybe the ash is so loose.
Yep.
You know, maybe why we don't have too many flavor transitions. Maybe it's a puro.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't strike me as a mix filler cigar though, which is different size leaves as the filler. It does seem like it's all kind of like single leaf rolled, but the ash, like you said, it's not solid, so it has a tendency to fall off. So it is one of those things that if you're going to be smoking this, maybe you're thinking this would be a good traffic cigar, right? You're sitting in traffic and you want to have a traffic stick. Just be mindful of that because it will drop the ash quite quickly and you don't want that in your car.
If your windows are down, because I smoke with my windows down,
Right.
it's going to go all over the place. But the plumes of smoke are plenty and bountiful.
Yeah, I've had to do one touch up since we initially started smoking it on one of the sides. It looked like it wasn't going to catch up, so I did do a little touch up there, but other than that, cruising through it. Brother Stogie, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is actually quite amusing.
I'm ready.
It is Monster Mac.
Oh,
By Sir
not Monster Mash?
Nah, Monster Mac.
Monster Mac, okay.
By Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Riggedy,
heels till the Mac gets back. I'm hooking up girls by facts. If you're stacked, you can grab a Big Mac. I got a gas, so don't worry about scraps.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to switch it up a little bit, y'all at a dope party. You know what I'm saying? You don't have Capri Suns and juice boxes, but you got a little whiskey and some vodka on the table.
Right.
You know, you might want to pay Monster Max. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Max, and that's Monster. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have fun with it, baby. What's your number 3?
So this movie actually came out October 13th, 1993. And the name of this movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And one of my favorite songs in that movie is This Is Halloween.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween.
Sing some of it.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Okay, so you get the gist, right?
In this town we call home.
Yeah!
Gotcha, baby. Yeah.
So this is one of those movies, like this was a Tim Burton movie, and if you had told me before this movie had ever been made, I'm going to make, if Tim Burton had come to you with this elevator pitch of, hey, I'm gonna make a movie that is both Halloween and Christmas, you could not have been on more opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to holidays, but somehow he made this movie work.
He did.
And it is a phenomenal movie. It's definitely something you can watch with the kids. It's all stop motion animation, so there was a ton of time that went into making this movie because you got to move each little part and everything like that. But the soundtrack to this movie is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of my favorites.
I agree.
Brother Stogie,
Yes.
let's get down to the number 2.
Number 2 is probably one of my favorite old school movies. Okay, and it's actually the first acting gig for Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold.
Okay.
You know who those two ladies are?
I know the names.
Do you know what sitcom they played on?
Tisha Campbell.
That was
Tisha Campbell.
the longest running black sitcom in the nation.
Was it Martin?
Yes, it was Martin.
Martin.
Yes. So if you know what I'm talking about by that, it is a Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
Little shop of horrors.
Okay. I like
Right,
it.
you know what I'm saying? With a plant eats the people, you know what I'm saying? And you're talking about soundtracks. That was a great soundtrack. You got Suddenly Seymour.
Right.
You know, you got The Dentist. You know who played the dentist? Was it Dan Aykroyd that played the dentist?
No, God, was it Dan Aykroyd? I know, what's his name from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was in it, and
Yeah, that was Seymour.
okay,
Uh-huh.
it might have been Dan Aykroyd.
Maybe Dan Aykroyd.
I don't
But yeah, soundtrack was great. Suddenly Seymour, you know what I'm saying? It was a movie that you could watch from beginning to end, and an obnoxious ass, big ass plant, and yeah, man, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer of all plants.
The Jeffrey Dahmer of all plants. Oh no.
Was that too soon? Was that too soon?
Little bit. Oh, good God.
Are we ready for the number 1?
No, because we've got to go to number 2. Now, the opening of this song actually starts off with like this creaking gate noise. It's just very eerie. You can hear the
Like on Thriller.
kind of like on Thriller, yeah, very much like on Thriller. And the name of the song is actually called Cemetery Gates.
Okay.
And it is not as hard, it doesn't hit as hard as some of their other songs. It's almost like if Pantera were to have a ballad, this would be one of their ballads. It's definitely not a love ballad, but it's a ballad kind of song. It's a little bit slower, but it definitely fits within the theme of Halloween. And I think this album came out August 1st, 1990.
Okay.
So this particular song is quite some years old by now, but I love hearing this song. It's got a lot of energy. It's a metal song. It's kind of different than your normal, typical Halloween songs. So I really enjoy it.
Okay.
So Brother Stogie,
Yeah.
before we get into our number 1, Let's finish smoking down, get into the final third. We'll come back with our final review, our final thoughts. I'm saying final a lot.
The finale.
The finale, and we'll hit them with the number one.
Sure.
We'll be back. All right, Brother Stogie, we are winding down the final third.
Yes.
Let's hear your thoughts.
I don't even talk about flavor transitions and stuff anymore. I think this is, if I had some of these would probably be steaks I would give to my newbies.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A very nice cruiser. I would still smoke these myself. Nice steak, like I said, nice. If you're just outside watching the kids or something, watching the game, typing, doing your work, chill stick. Not to worry about too many flavor transitions. I didn't even have to go. My ginger ale is still pretty much full here, as you can hear. Didn't need to pair anything. You can go easy with water, some tea or something like that. Decent stick. Yeah. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about pairing it up with something, a soda would be a perfect pairing. Water would be a perfect pairing if you're into pairing your cigars with a beverage. You know, if you're pairing it with a whiskey or something along those lines, the flavor of that whiskey is going to be so overpowering you're not going to be able to taste the cigar at all. But again, the flavor on the cigar is just kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's nothing complex. It's nothing that you're going to sit there and go, oh, okay, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. You know, it's very much a middle of the road kind of stick. It never got above, even medium's kind of pushing it.
I'm mild medium.
Yeah, it's definitely toting the line between a mild and a medium stick. But overall, not bad. Did have to do a couple of touch-ups there towards the end. It didn't go out, but there were parts of the cigar that just weren't burning evenly, so I gave it a touch-up just so I didn't have to worry about it. So, Brother Stogie, let's get down to our final one.
Yes.
What is your number one Halloween song?
People are like, hey, cigar types. Man, you paid, this is Halloween.
Yep.
I'm a grown-ass man.
You are.
You know what I'm saying? My kids graduated already out of the house. I don't watch these damn cartoons. Or you might have the new smokers coming on. So hey, I ain't got kids yet. I don't want to watch this. Why are we talking about kids songs?
Right.
If you ain't watched it, or you need some encouragement on why you should watch this movie, let me help you out. You ready?
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
All right. So the song we're getting ready to choose, this is the story plot of the movie, okay? So picture this. So you got this gang member, right? Got his own hood. He's like, hey man, tells people in his hood, I don't like what we doing no more. It's boring. Do the same shit every year. I want to do something different. Early in the movie, he went to this neighborhood of all different kinds of hoods. Found this one particular hood, fell in the hood, got dropped off accidentally. He's like, oh, I like this. So he's like peeking around, being sneaky and shit, kind of singing to himself. He's like, man, I like this. I like what they doing. Then he saw the gang leader of this hood. He was like, oh. So he went back to his hood, right? He's like, hey, we need a town meeting right now. The mayor's like, when? He's like, set it up, everybody up right now. You tell him right now. So he tells everybody, hey, I found this new hood. We're gonna go and we're gonna mimic what they do so we can try something new.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of like being creative of his own, he's like, we gonna go into this hood and take their stuff.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? So what I want you to do, he got his queen bee right here, like, hey, go get the little homies, all right? Bring them here. I'm gonna tell them to go jack. You know what I'm saying? Go kidnap the other gang leader, bring him to our hood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to his hood and pretend to be him. You know what I'm saying? They drop him off to the big homie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And have him babysit him while I go do my thing, and then we gonna take over.
So you can take over with the big homie?
Yeah. So classic gang domination right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my number one song is the Oogie Boogie song from Nightmare Before Christmas.
You're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy.
Man, that was a journey we went on.
You know what I'm saying? Oogie Boogie is the OG of Halloween Town.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when he meets Santa Claus, he's like, oh, you joking. You joking. I can't believe my eyes. You kidding me? You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. He's aging. He's ugly. You know, he's talking all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? While the other homie, he out taking over his neighborhood. So if you like that plot, check out Nightmare Before Christmas.
How do I follow that up? so much energy.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
All right.
What's your number one, bro?
So do I start off with the plot of the movie? I don't even know where to start. Good grief.
Oh, man.
All right, well, so this is from a movie. And this movie came out in 1984. I was very young when I first saw this movie. I was about 5 years old when I saw this movie for the first time. And this movie kind of creeped me out as a kid. Like, I think the movie is rated PG-13, but there were some really scary moments for a kid in this movie. So there's a main song to this movie that came out that was originally supposed to be sung by, I think it was Huey Lewis and the News. And he passed on the idea. They ended up picking up Ray Parker Jr. Now, Ray Parker Jr. was asked to write out a theme song for this movie.
Okay.
And the name of this song is aptly named Ghostbusters.
There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! There's something weird and it don't look good. Who you gonna call?
After the movie. Great song. And it plays throughout the movie. There's some really good moments, but this is definitely one of those songs that you gotta play at Halloween. If you're having a Halloween party or a get together or something like that, you have to play Ghostbusters. And it's a super upbeat, kind of poppy, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
And if you hear,
exactly.
you already know what the vehicle look like.
Yep.
You keep your eyes closed and you know that's the Ghostbusters machine right there.
That's right. So, Brother Stogie, those are our top 5 Halloween songs for this year.
Yes, just in case you were kind of wondering how you can entertain your people on Halloween for the shindig that you're just playing with charcuterie boards and butter boards and all that, we got you.
That's right.
After you do that, have them subscribe to the channel. Everybody else who's watching this video, we invite you to subscribe. We invite you to hit that like button. Shout out to our man who, after we announced the new tools on the toolbar on our video, especially the thanks button, he went on and thanked us. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. Hit that bell so you get a notification every time the Cigar Titans post a new video.
Cigar.
The Cigar Titans post a new video for y'all.
I like it.
Until next time, live how you smoke how you live. And that's smooth, baby.
We'll see everybody next week.